Now on the CTV News at 5, Amazon announces a new delivery service partner in Lethbridge. Plus, another big donation for the Bringing Hearts Home campaign. And Canstruction kicks off at Centre Village Mall.
Telling your stories. CTV News Lethbridge with Jackie Scantlebury.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Teamwork's Career Centre hosted another one of its job fairs at the Lethbridge Trade and Convention Centre today. Job seekers turned out in force in hopes of connecting with employers. Quinn Keenan has more.
Teamwork's semi-annual job fairs have become increasingly popular. Job seekers turned out by the hundreds to meet with dozens of employers.
It's already been a really busy day. We've had hundreds of job seekers in the first couple of hours, and we're hoping to have about 1,200 people show up today.
Many job hunters had reported having a difficult time finding employment, but events like these afford the opportunity to potentially apply for several jobs in one day.
They're struggling a little bit with, there's been some businesses who've been doing some layoffs, and so those people are trying to really quickly re-engage with the labor market and are finding it a bit challenging.
On the flip side, many employers have had a tough time finding qualified candidates. Some have found that promoting their jobs online doesn't always get the desired result.
It's been a little bit slim pickings for some of our positions. This show has shown us that there are good candidates out there. It's just a matter of finding a way to find them, right?
Employers still see events like these as being beneficial. Online job recruitment can sometimes make it difficult to judge someone based off of a resume, but the face-to-face meeting at job fairs helps to better identify those qualified candidates.
Well, you can't just hire off of a resume alone, which is why we do interviews, of course, but being able to meet with the individual right here at the site, or at the event, it's invaluable. I mean, you can't get that feel from a resume on Indeed.
In January 2026, Lethbridge's unemployment rate was 7.4%, while the Alberta average was 6.6%. Quinn Keenan, CTV News, Lethbridge.
Speaking of getting jobs, 8 police cadets in Lethbridge have officially graduated from their training program. During a ceremony this afternoon at Lethbridge Polytechnic, the 8 cadets crossed the stage and received their badge. The cadets underwent a 23-week program at the Polytechnic, designed in collaboration with the Corps Police Services of Southern Alberta, aiming to meet industry demand. 7 of the cadets will join the Lethbridge Police Service, with 1 working with the Canadian Pacific Kansas City Police Service.
I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling proud of this moment. Myself and my fellow cadets, we've worked really hard this last 6 months. We have a wealth of knowledge that we're ready to bring into the community, and so this is a big celebration for us and our colleagues.
6 months of hard work, academically and physically. All of those skills combined with long work days, family life and everything outside of being a cadet. It's a lot to manage. But once you kind of get into the swing of things, it's really nice once it all comes together.
The graduates will begin their work at each police service in the coming weeks. Danielle Savoni joins us now. And Danielle, Lethbridge got back into the double-digit daytime highs today, and we're going to see more of that.
Yep, you're right. For the next couple of days, we're looking at very warm temperatures in those double digits, and in some cases, some places, even in the teens. Today, we did get up to 10 degrees in Lethbridge. We're now dipping for the day, so we're down to 8 degrees. Milk River is at 9, -4 is the current temperature in Medicine Hat, and 7 in Pincher Creek. So temperatures are already certainly on the warmer side and will continue to get warmer. When we look at conditions, though, we do have this little bit of moisture that's pushing through, isolated showers, some of this even likely coming with some thunder strikes as well, or some lightning as well. So that's the possibility over these next 2 hours, and then things will quiet down for the night. More details coming up.
All right, thanks, Danielle. Kimberley RCMP are asking for the public's help finding a missing person. Kevin Pearson was last seen Tuesday evening at his home. He's described as 5'10" with a slender build, brown hair and brown eyes. Pearson is believed to be driving a white Jeep Compass, BC license plate TM604H. Anyone with information on his whereabouts or if you've seen his vehicle, you're asked to contact Kimberley RCMP. The Alberta Teachers Association is back in court again today, arguing that Bill 2, the Back to School Act, should be suspended. The union is seeking an injunction pending the outcome of a broader legal challenge on the province's use of the notwithstanding clause. The clause was used in Bill 2 in October to force striking teachers back to work. The union says the move trampled the fundamental freedoms of teachers. The full hearing on its constitutionality is scheduled for September. A decision on the injunction, though, is expected next week. If granted, it would mean teachers could legally resume strike action. A growing political divide in Alberta triggered two dueling events in Edmonton today, with a collection of signatures on the issue of separation and a referendum, possibly as early as the fall. This local business in Edmonton says about 2,000 people signed in support of Alberta leaving Canada over worries about future generations.
Becoming our own country, we will unlock our oil and gas and resources and sell to whoever we like.
In another part of the city, a group supporting the province staying in Canada announced a partnership with Alberta's Francophone Association, collecting close to 500,000 signatures.
Albertans have issues, British Columbians have issues, Nova Scotians have issues. Those issues need to be resolved, but separation is not the answer.
Those in support of separation have until May the 2nd to collect just under 178,000 signatures for it to go to a referendum. The group wanting to stay in Canada anticipate their question will go to a referendum in October. Several national health organizations warn Alberta's plan allowing doctors to work in both public and private care could drive up wait times. The concerns come down to time and resources. The Canadian Medical Association, Canadian Doctors for Medicine, and the Canadian Health Coalition are all sounding the alarm. The groups say doctors can't be in two places at once, and that if physicians are seeing patients in private pay out-of-pocket systems, that could mean fewer spots for those relying on the public system. The legislation, known as Bill 11, would allow doctors to accept private payments for care that is currently covered by public insurance. Critics warn this could create a two-tiered system where wealthier patients in need of a lower-risk procedure like a hip or knee surgery, for example, could jump the queue, leaving others waiting longer. Premier Danielle Smith refutes those claims. She says her government will monitor physicians' workloads to ensure doctors perform the same level of public or private treatments. But some doctors say there's just not enough physicians in the province to ensure a proper balance.
So if you compare us to other countries that have done this, have private for-pay systems, some having dual physician practice, they have about twice as many anesthetists and surgeons as we have. So what that means is in Alberta, if a surgeon is operating on a patient in the private for-pay system, they're not operating in the public system.
Health advocates are now calling on Ottawa to enforce the Canada Health Act, suggesting Alberta's two-tiered system violates a patient's accessibility to health care. Premier Smith says that is not the case. She anticipates Bill 11 to be implemented in the legislative session later this year. Now, starting next month, Alberta's wine tax will revert to a flat markup. The province announced the markup on wine increased as the price of wine increased. That sparked industry backlash. A coalition from Alberta and BC's wine and hospitality industries argued that disproportionately affects smaller producers and independent retailers. The province will get rid of the markup scale April the 1st and increase the standard volume-based markup for wine products by 58 cents per litre. Alberta's government wants to make it easier for condo owners to settle disputes with their condo board. This spring, the province will set up a condo dispute resolution tribunal. The aim is to save condo owners the grief and expense of litigating matters in the courts. It will address issues like monetary sanctions, access to documents, and annual and special general meeting complaints. Will have the right to obtain a lawyer, but filing an application will only cost $150. The international online sales giant Amazon, it has landed in Lethbridge County. The company officially announced the opening of its new facility in the Churchill industrial site just east of 43rd Street in Lethbridge. The 20,000 square foot facility will allow customers to enjoy the brand's signature same-day delivery service. The new operation will be run by an independent business owner who has a contract with Amazon for their own delivery service.
Does provide a positive economic impact to the local community. And the other thing is we are able to provide the same level of amenities for the delivery service partners so their drivers get the same experience as if being in a delivery station that we operate across Canada.
A similar hub also opened Thursday in Owen Sound, Ontario. It was a morning full of creativity and engineering for several groups at Centre Village Mall. The 12th annual Canstruction got underway today. 8 teams spent the morning building their displays made entirely out of canned food. The event is aimed to help reduce food insecurity and raise awareness for the food banks. Organizers are expecting to donate more than 12,000 cans of food from this year's event.
It's a unique way for these kind of creative minds to come up with these designs. And you know, to basically create these can art structures and then, you know, donate everything to the food banks.
We're very happy to have an inflow of donations from Canstruction. We often see a lot of support during the holiday season and then less support after the new year. So we are always happy to have a big event like this that will stock our shelves for a little bit.
The structures will be on display for the rest of the month before they are evaluated by a panel of judges to crown the winner. Your weekend forecast is coming up right after this break, plus another significant donation to cardiac care in southern Alberta to tell you about. Stay with us.
Okay, here's your Skywatch weather camera from about an hour ago. Now there is the potential for thunderstorm activity for the next hour or two, and then it will be quiet for the rest of the evening and through the overnight hours. But yeah, it could be the first thunderstorm for some communities. All right, 6 degrees was the high in Calgary today, 11 in Pincher Creek, 10 in Lethbridge. So already in the double digits for some communities, close enough to it in Milk River. The high in Medicine Hat was -4, Brooks +1. All right, right now temperatures still at -4 in Medicine Hat, 1 in Brooks, and we're at 7 now in Lethbridge and Milk River. So things starting to cool down. Nowhere is in the double digits at this point. When we look at wind gusts, it was fairly quiet on the wind front today. 57 was the max in Pincher Creek, 28 for Calgary, and nowhere else. None of the other reporting stations registered any sort of gusts for today. We're looking at similar conditions to tomorrow, 50 kilometer per hour gusts, Pincher Creek to Lethbridge. Medicine Hat, you could get 40 kilometer per hour gusts. So it will be a little on the breezier than compared to today. All right, here's what's happening. We talked about this passing through, starting off as rainfall in the far south. And these are isolated pockets of rain. Not seeing any lightning at the moment, but there's the potential for a couple lightning strikes with this as well. We may even see some lightning as it transitions to snow. So that's thunder snow, which is quite rare to see. And there's the possibility of that as well through the early evening hours, and then it will die out overnight. Snowfall already further to the north around Calgary. We're not looking at huge amounts from this, anywhere from 1 to 3 centimeters possible from Calgary down to Lethbridge as we switch over to snow, especially when you look to the west and southwest of Lethbridge. And then this is out for tonight. So by about 11:30 tonight, this is out of the way and things will just clear out for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're looking at mainly sunny skies. Again, a little on the breezy side, but nothing really excessive with regards to the wind. We're going to see a lot of sunshine in the far south for tomorrow. Fast forward to Saturday, and Saturday we'll have cloud cover early in the morning. This is 6 a.m. And we do have the potential for an isolated shower early in the morning hours, and then that really dies out quick and it clears out quick and we get some sunshine. On Sunday in the morning hours, we'll see some development again in the foothills, and that could track to the east, and we are looking at a good chance of rainfall for Lethbridge on Sunday. Could be about 5 millimeters as well. All right, East Kootenay for tonight, -2, evening showers, clearing out for tomorrow with a mix of sun and cloud, and 9 degrees as the high. And again, in the East Kootenay area, a good chance of seeing some lightning strikes with that this evening. Evening mixed precipitation for Crowsnest Pass, rain mixed in with wet snow, and then switching over to just all snow. 8 degrees for a high for Friday with gusts out of the west, 60 kilometers per hour. So similar winds to today. Medicine Hat -7 with fog patches developing overnight tonight. That will continue into tomorrow morning. So expect a foggy start to tomorrow. Gusts out of the west, 40 kilometers per hour. But look at that, a high of 10 degrees. So much warmer than the -4 for today in that area. For Lethbridge, 11 degrees is our high for tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. Small chance of early morning showers on Saturday, as I showed you, and then clearing out. Sunday, a good chance of rain, about 5 millimeters expected, then switching over to snow on Sunday night. Keep in mind, we lose an hour of sleep, so make sure to set your clocks forward an hour before you go to sleep Saturday night.
Bringing Hearts Home campaign to bring cardiac care to southern Alberta continues to get closer to its $30 million goal. Earlier today, the Woodoak family donated $500,000 to the campaign. The Woodoak family has farmed near Iron Springs for more than 70 years. The family says it was their commitment to give back to the community in a meaningful way. Money raised through the campaign will help bring cardiac care and services to Lethbridge and southern Alberta.
Bringing the Hearts Home campaign hits close to home for our family, as our father had heart issues when we were younger, so this was always one that was close to us.
It comes at a very critical juncture where we have had announcements about provincial budget funding, but the community support is really the pillar of this program and this project, so we are incredibly grateful for this donation today.
With today's donation, the campaign now has a total of $26.6 million. The Hospital Foundation is hoping to hit the $30 million mark by next February. Still ahead on the CTV News at 5, you'll soon be able to catch Southern Alberta's best high school basketball players on the hard court in Lethbridge. Sports is next. Southern Alberta's best high school basketball players are coming to Lethbridge. The U of L is set to host a series of high school basketball championships. The 4A and 5A South Zone Championships will be played at the Co-op Centre for Sport and Wellness. This will be the second year in a row the championships will be held at the U of L. Teams from across the region will descend on Lethbridge to crown a zone champion. For the U of L, it's another opportunity to showcase their facilities and hosting capabilities.
It really aligns with our mission, vision, and values to be able to allow local high schools and local athletes access to our resources. This is a very unique event, and it's special to be able to give these athletes a varsity experience that our athletes get to experience every day.
Semi-final and championship games will be held March 13th and 14th. The Medicine Hat Tigers continue their eastern road trip in Brandon last night. The Tigers would split the season series with the Wheat Kings with a win. Despite scoring first, the Tigers would trail 3-2 after the first, thanks to a late goal from Nicholas Johnson and Luke Misselbacher. Early in the second, Bryce Pickford would tie things at 3 with a sharp angle shot that sneaks through. Now late in the period, Noah Davison gets a pass at the side of the net and doesn't miss as the Tigers retake the lead. And just a few minutes later, Bryce Pickford would pick up a hat trick and his 41st goal of the year to help ice this one. Medicine Hat would add an empty netter as they take it 6-3. Canada's Paralympic hockey team is in Italy ahead of the 2026 Paralympic Games. The team features a number of people with Alberta roots who are hoping to inspire the next generation of players. Evan Kenny has more.
Been playing ever since, and I'm not slowing down.
Alana Ma knew sledge hockey was her sport the first time she hit the ice at 7 years old.
It just felt so freeing, and I was just ripping around on the ice, and it was never anything I've ever done before. So it was such a love at first sight.
With the speed and physicality,
and just the intensity of the game, I think people, if they aren't aware, it's very similar to the regular stand-up game of hockey.
All of that will be on full display starting Friday at the Paralympics.
We're going to make Canada proud, and we're excited to showcase the game.
Boris Rybolka has coached more than 1,000 regular hockey games. He joined Canada's national para-hockey team 3 years ago.
And it wasn't catching me off guard, but impressed me was what shape they're in. They are top-notch athletes, world-class athletes.
Hockey Canada is working to grow the game. He says it's organizing para-hockey programs across the country to set up the next generation.
Any young athlete, the aspirations of, you know what, I want to put the maple leaf on and play for my country, well, they're going to start learning at a young age, so they have that opportunity to be able to play for their country.
Inspiring local players and organizations.
It's nice to see what you can do or how far you can go in the sport.
Players would like to see a women's division added to the Paralympics in 2030. The men kick off the tournament Saturday. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
Now, the Toronto Blue Jays are in spring training action, but it was actually a fan that got all the attention at a recent game.
Goes full. Whoops.
A foul ball sent a Detroit Tigers fan who tried to catch it tumbling over the seats, but this little Jays fan picks up the ball and instead of claiming it, hands it over to the man who is about to walk away disappointed. The broadcast team was quick to give the little guy a shout out, calling him a fine young man. Still ahead on the CTV News at 5, we take you to the Edmonton Police Service Bomb Unit headquarters for a very important mission that will make Easter more inclusive for visually impaired children. The Edmonton Police Service Bomb Unit is gearing up for a very important mission, its annual Beeping Egg Project. It gives kids who are visually impaired a chance to take part in an Easter egg hunt. CTV's Amanda Anderson has the story.
This mission isn't about diffusing devices. Instead, the Edmonton Police Bomb Unit is infusing sound into these bright-colored eggs.
They're tinkerers by trade. They like opening stuff up and seeing what's in it. This is just kind of adding back to it, tinkering to put something back together that's fun for kids.
The team will make 60 beeping eggs to add to its collection of 200 made over the years.
Shells are all custom printed on a 3D printer. What's nice with this, the newer, smaller egg that we're using this year is that it's an even simpler circuit of just connecting wires to the switch and a battery.
Later this month, the team will hide the eggs as part of an Easter egg hunt for kids who are visually impaired.
They weren't able to participate in Easter egg hunts because they can't see the eggs, but these Easter eggs that emit this auditory sound allows them to participate.
There were just 18 kids when the Beeping Egg Project started 5 years ago. Now at least 40 take part. Detective Ryan Catcher says seeing the kids and how they respond to an Easter egg hunt designed to include them has been emotional.
I've seen kids their first year being very timid and needing help and guidance, to the second year where they've been able to go out by themselves, do it on their own, gaining that independence and that confidence and having the fun themselves. And we get to see that, and we get to see the change in their life.
The Beeping Egg Project is funded by the Edmonton Police Foundation, which relies on donations for this and other community projects.
To utilize the unique skill sets of the Edmonton Police Service members and to connect them to community. Policing just isn't about just enforcement, but it is about compassion, service, and serving the community and connecting one another.
Registration for this year's Beeping Easter Egg Hunt can be done through the CNIB. It's happening at TELUS World of Science on March 28th. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Thank you for sharing this time with us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.